Carney plots talent attraction plan as U.S. upends H-1B visa. What's up, Canada Bulletin fam? So, Trump slaps a $100,000 fee on H-1B visas, and suddenly Mark Carney's standing there like a hockey player who just spotted a loose puck in front of an open net. Coincidence? I think not. Today, we're breaking down Carney's brand new talent attraction strategy, basically Canada's attempt to become Silicon Valley North while America fumbles the bag. Grab your Tims, folks, because this is about to get spicy. All right, let's set the stage. Picture this. You're a brilliant software engineer in Mumbai or a cutting-edge AI researcher in Shanghai. You've dreamed of working in the U.S. your entire life. Then boom, Trump drops an executive order in September making H-1B visas cost more than a luxury car. We're talking $100,000 per visa, people. Now, the U.S. recently exempted some workers from this fee, because apparently even they realized this was chaos wrapped in confusion, served with a side of economic self-sabotage. But the damage? Already done. Companies are panicking, talent is reconsidering, and Mark Carney is watching this unfold like someone just handed him a birthday present he didn't even ask for. Here's the thing about H-1B visas. They're the lifeblood of America's tech sector. Google, Microsoft, Amazon. These companies rely on global talent in computer programming, engineering, and specialized roles. When you make it prohibitively expensive and bureaucratically nightmarish to hire the world's best minds, those minds start looking elsewhere. And elsewhere is increasingly looking like, drum roll please, Canada. But here's where it gets interesting, because Carney isn't just opening the door. He's rolling out the red carpet, turning on the porch light, and probably baking cookies too. So Wednesday night, Carney does something unusual. Like, really unusual for a Canadian Prime Minister. He gave a live, primetime address. This isn't your standard, everything's fine, enjoy your maple syrup speech. No, no, no. This is Carney laying out his full economic vision like he's presenting a TED Talk on steroids. And what's the headline? Canada's upcoming budget, dropping November 4th. Mark your calendars. Will include a comprehensive immigration plan with 3 key components. 1 asterisk a talent attraction strategy, obviously. 2 asterisk skills training and apprenticeships. 3 asterisk specific focus on scientists and innovators. Translation: Canada wants your engineers, your coders, your AI specialists, your quantum computing nerds. Basically anyone who knows what a Boolean operator is and can explain machine learning without making people's eyes glaze over. But here's the delicious irony. Carney is still maintaining the immigration curbs that Trudeau introduced. Remember when Canada's population growth rate went absolutely bonkers and became one of the fastest in the world? Yeah, Trudeau hit the brakes hard on foreign students and temporary workers because, frankly, Canadians were getting cranky about it. So Carney's playing 4D chess here. Keep the general immigration restrictions in place to calm down the we can't handle this many people crowd, but create a VIP lane for high-skilled tech workers. It's like having a velvet rope at a club. Not everyone gets in, but if you've got the skills that pay the bills, welcome to the party. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but what about public opinion? Oh, you sweet summer child, let me tell you about that dumpster fire. Here's the awkward truth bomb. Canadian support for immigration has hit multi-decade lows. We're not talking about a little dip. We're talking nosedive from a cliff levels. This is Carney's Everest, his final boss battle, his trying to parallel park on a busy street while everyone watches moment. Why? Well, when your population explodes faster than a TikTok trend and housing prices are already making people consider living in their cars. Actually, scratch that, they can't afford the cars either. People get a little testy about adding more humans to the equation. So Carney has to thread this needle perfectly. Attract the brilliant minds that will theoretically boost productivity and innovation, while convincing regular Canadians that this immigration will be different. That these are the people who will start companies, create jobs, and innovate their way into making Canada's economy actually competitive. It's a tough sell when rent prices are doing their best rocket ship impression and youth unemployment is higher than a giraffe's expectations. Young Canadians are literally looking at this plan thinking, cool, So you're bringing in more competition for jobs while I'm still living in my parents' basement? The speech was delivered to university students, by the way. Bold move. That's like a restaurant owner explaining price increases to their hungriest, brokest customers. But wait, there's more. Because Carney's not just playing talent recruiter, he's also having a full-blown identity crisis about climate policy. Okay, this is where things get chef's kiss levels of complicated. Mark Carney, former UN Special Envoy for Climate Change, just spent 5 years telling the world how to be greener. This man has deep green credentials, like Kermit the Frog level green. But now he's giving us results over objectives, investments over prohibition. He's being weirdly non-committal about Canada's 2030 and 2035 emissions targets. He scrapped a bunch of Trudeau's environmental policies. He fast-tracked a liquefied natural gas facility expansion in BC. He's opened the door to a new oil pipeline to the West Coast. And he's thinking about abandoning the emissions cap for oil and gas producers. I'll give you a second to process that whiplash. Done? Okay, here's his reasoning, delivered with the confidence of someone who's thought this through. We are an energy superpower. Canada's got the third largest oil reserves, fourth largest natural gas reserves, an 85% clean electricity grid, and massive deposits of critical minerals and rare earths. Carney's basically saying, look, we can virtue signal about climate all day, or we can make money and invest that money into actually useful things. It's pragmatic. It's arguably hypocritical. It's definitely going to make environmentalists' heads spin like they're auditioning for The Exorcist. But here's the thing. He's betting that Canadians care more about jobs and economic growth right now than they do about hitting arbitrary emissions targets. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. And speaking of paying off, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, money. Specifically, the terrifying amount Canada is about to spend. Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne is dropping the budget November 4th, and economists are already sweating. Current predictions? The deficit could surge to $70 billion Canadian dollars. Some are saying it could hit $100 billion. Let that sink in. That's not monopoly money, folks. Carney's response? Our government has the fiscal capacity to act decisively, which is political speak for, yes, we're going to debt, but trust us, bro. His whole campaign was built on this idea. Spend less to invest more. He wants to balance the operating budget in 3 years while simultaneously deepening the deficit for capital investments. It's like telling your partner you're going on a